I'm here with Coach J.D. Salinas and Coach George Olivetta from the Edinburgh Lady Bobcats. Guys, we've been together for a long time. A lot of people don't realize that I coach. They tend to see me mostly as a media, but we've been together for a while coaching. We all started out with girls. You were here before us, but it's been a nice transition since you've taken over.
Well, I'd like to say that we did learn a lot from our previous coaches here. Worked under some great coaches here at Edinburgh that set the bar up really high with the tradition that's here. But yes, it has been nice to start something our way, and it's been pretty successful despite schools splitting and having to, I guess you could say, kind of rebuilding. But I think we're headed in the right direction.
Now, you had already been here. You had been with the previous regime, which was Coach Carmona's staff, before George and I got here. And George and I got here in '05. And, we went to the Sweet 16. We had never not made the playoffs. And even when we went to the boys, George went to the boys first, and I went, and then you eventually went. But we had not made the playoffs. Last year, we didn't make the playoffs for the first time. What was that like for you two? Because
I think
it was your guys' fault. When you think about it, you're the varsity assistant. I'm just the JV coach, so the blame goes on you guys.
I think our girls, they gave it everything that they had, and we were very extremely proud of their efforts and a great bunch of kids, and I think we came up a game or two short in making the playoffs, and they gave us everything we asked for. We didn't get in, but the effort was there.
Well, before people think you're a functional mute, you've played professional basketball in Mexico. You're an Edinburgh Bobcat. What was it like? Kind of coming back to this place.
Well, I always had the plan to coach, and it's been a good journey as a coach. Starting with Rachel Carmona and going with Zeke Cuellar, two good programs that have taught me a lot. Now that we have started our own program here, it's kind of hard to keep it up. The bar was set high since the beginning, and that's what we strive for. I know we didn't make the playoffs last year, but we certainly did strive to make the playoffs. We came up short, but we're back this year, and it feels great. It's a good feeling to be back, and we'll see what we can do in the playoffs. So we can keep going, move further.
Now, last year's team was different. You lose like from 2 years ago when we first came back in to the girls' side. We had Mitch, Priscilla, Eileen, Gabby. We had a good nucleus. Last year, you had a bunch of girls that kind of just came up. We were kind of doing patchwork all last year. This year's team's a little bit different because we took a bunch of kids. The kids that I had last year, they're pretty much all freshmen and sophomores. And then we basically just kind of threw them into the mix, with just Raina and Jen returning us from the varsity.
The basketball season it's a long season, going starting in mid-October and where we are now in mid-February, the girls have really come together and are understanding their strengths and weaknesses, and the growing process. We've gone through a lot of ups and downs and so forth, but I think the girls have really come together and playing some pretty good basketball right now.
Now, do you put that all on me from last year? But seriously, we're playing Brownsville Vets on Monday. They're one of the better teams in the valley, number 4 or 5, wherever you look at it. Yeah, something like that. And we played some tough teams, PSA North, Westaco.
I'll tell you what, man, like 31-6A. The district, every game in 31-6A is a playoff game, so, going into our first playoff game with the girls that have never been there, I think being part of 31-6A gives them that playoff experience, but you're right, a lot of our girls coming in never had that opportunity to play in some these big-time games coming into this varsity season, and Brownsville Veterans is obviously an established program over there, and we're excited about it. There's no doubt we got a lot of respect for them, and it's a whole nother season, and we're glad to be here, like Coach was saying, and we look forward to it.
the Brownsville Vets game. How does, like, look, we already know about Rudd, we know about a lot of their players. What do they do that is tricky?
I think it starts with their point guard. Rudd obviously is very good, and she plays at a high level. And we have to contain her to, within the offense, so their team doesn't get going. I think if we control Rudd a little bit, we're going to just disrupt their offense, and we'll make it a game. We're a good defensive team. We keep teams to low numbers. We like to say that we kept Angie from Westico, to their lowest average against us, but maybe she was just taking it easy on us. But we play good defense, and hopefully we can disrupt their offense, and we can hit some shots and make it a game, and hopefully pull it off at the end.
I mean it's a cliche of defense wins championships, but we have done an extremely great job in keeping these teams that score a whole bunch of points at a low what do you call it? Average, I guess you can say. And then we, if you keep yourself in a ball game, I think the coaches that we got on our staff, we always tell the girls, just give us a chance to coach you, and if you play good defense, we'll get you through the game at the end.